going to look at the if statement, but we're going to pay attention to operators like the greater than and the and functions and so on. So we're going to do a simple exercise. First, by we give them the opportunity to input their age. Please input age. Right. We're going to assign this area here for them to input the age. Let's put a box around it. Right. In fact, let me just move this and put it across by B, because I want to use the cell address 42. Right. I'm going to assign a button now. I'm going to draw a button object. So I'm going to insert. Right, where's my object here? Shapes. Select this shape. Right, double click. Right click to get some text inside. Select submit. Right, of course you could style this button anyhow you see it fit. Right. Alright, I will not assign this macro just as yet. Let me just go to my Visual Basic editor, which I will select Alt and F11, and I'm going to insert a module. Right, so I will select this as sub. What should I put? Age. Submit age. Right. Press enter to get the end subroutine. Right. Now first I'm going to declare a variable dim. And you all know that dim could be used to declare variables, but I'll show you in a later lesson where you don't even need to use this this operator now. Dim age as integer. You see how it comes up, the pops up menu. Right, press enter. Right. Now I'm going to assign age to cell. It was 42, right? Because I put it in B. Right? Dot value, whatever is the value that is in that cell. Right? And now of course I could have typed out the entire this workbook dot sheet 1 and so on. But let's use a shortcut. Right? And let me just show you an example. I could have typed out this whole thing, that this work book dot sheet. Right, this workbook dot sheet. Right. This is the very long sheet. This is the very long way to do, because it's sheet 1 that I'm using. Right. Dot cell value. Now this here is a long approach in terms of writing it to assign it to this specific workbook, which is this workbook that we're working in. But of course I could have just put cell 4/2 dot value and done. Right. So let's use a if statement in between here. So you say if age, because we're checking the condition of age, is greater than 18. Very simple programming concept. Then we could send out, let me send out a message box. submit, or submission I should say, complete. Right? Else, we'll use the else option here. Message box, same thing. In fact, I'll just copy and paste it and just put sorry, you are too young. Now sometimes you're going to find options where we're going to be perfecting this, especially when we do the insurance package, because I have an insurance package that I'm going to teach you all in a later lesson. Alright, we could run this sub now, but of course we'll have to assign this to the macro, so we will save the macro. Alright, so go to the sheet, let's minimize this, save. We will save this as 8 because it's our 8 tutorial. Alright, we go back to our worksheet, right click, select assign macro, and select the option submit age. Right, so you should see, when you click away, you should see a hyperlink type of a hand showing up. Right, so let's submit an age in this box here, because we looked at the code and the code say 4, 2 is the coordinates, 4 row, the 4th row within the 2nd column. So let's try a bigger age, 19, and click submit and see if it works. Right, so we're having a problem here. We forgot to put end if, close off the statement. Alright, when we get errors like this popping up, the next thing we should do is to stop it or to reset. Alright, save, and let's go again. Alright, just now I'll show the code again for everybody to look at. And let's click the submit button and see if we get any problems again. Right? Now the same concept here again. As I said before, I could take off all of this and just put the value of the cell instead. Right, stop it. Right, and I'm going again, tidying up 1 or 2 of the errors, and I'm still getting a problem here. Alright, let me just correct this problem. I forget to put the S in cells. Let's see if I could go back, undo typing, undo delete, option cells, save, and then I'm going to execute the macro now by assigning the button, submission complete. Right, and if you also choose a age lower than 17, sorry, you are too young. Right.